Hey guys, it is the third week of January and I am looking pale as ever. So this week has been the first week that's actually had trials for me. I'm in college and so school started up again. So I went back to classes, back in front of one of the biggest things that tempt me, which is vending machines. Um, and I also had more on my schedule, more on my plate, more things that I had to do when I got home, and it was more of me having to actually make time to work out, and it had its ups and its downs. I did not stick to the 28-day reset that I have already modified. I've had dairy, and that was like my big thing that I was avoiding. And I've had processed food, which was the other big thing I was avoiding. So I ended up managing to eat both of those things. And, you know, you just kind of have to accept what you did and move on. Like, there's no point in making excuses about it, no point in like saying, oh, well, I did this because of this and that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter why you did it. It doesn't matter if you just wanted that thing or if like that was the only option. Either way, you have like two choices: to continue to eat like that or to go back to eating how you planned on eating, how you want to be eating. And for me, the limiting dairy and processed foods is something that I think that I eventually would like to do full time. Like I would actually want to transition into eating the way I'm eating. Obviously, not avoiding those things entirely, but for most of the time. So then we get into this week's weight loss. So I'm had this weird thing where I was kind of disappointed in myself because of how much weight that I had lost, because I'm one of those people that does the bad habit of weighing themselves every single day. So I saw the scale get much lower than this number, like 2 pounds lower. And so I was weighed myself this morning and I was like, oh my god, um, like it must have been because I went out to eat last night and the level of sodium and da da da. And then like when I was preparing to make the video, I looked at my weight last week and this week and found out that I lost a solid 3 pounds. So I'll insert my weight clip here. So I'm 198.4 this week, and that's great. I think that part of me is just chasing the fact that I was maintaining 195 until I went away back home. A lot of turbulent things happened in my life, and I went back home, and then my eating just went down. And I'm sorry if you hear the garbage trucks. I'm filming like I'm like my phone is in the window so that there's like as much light as possible, which means that outside noises are very prevalent. But anyway, but up until that point I had maintained 195, and then I didn't, and then I gained 10 pounds. And so I think that part of me is just searching and just always trying to get back to that weight and like as quickly as possible, because it feels like it feels like this is almost like a false start, because I'm like, no, this is like I'm in that punishing myself mentality, like none of this weight matters, none of this means anything, none of the work you're putting in right now matters until you get back to that because you were already at that. But that's unhealthy and negative and doesn't make any sense, because yeah, my weight fluctuated and went up, but even though I was at a lower weight before, I wasn't doing yoga every day. I hadn't cut out processed foods, and I wasn't eliminating dairy. Like I'm doing different things, and I I don't know, I'm just doing different things, and I'm focusing a lot this time on changing my mentality with weight loss instead of just focusing on losing weight. And like, that's why, as like cliche as it is and everything, I really want to tell myself and say, like, you are trying to become healthy, you're not just trying to lose weight, as hard as it is to put that into my brain. But those are my thoughts this